Hey, great Monday morning. It is a beautiful, beautiful day in the city of Brownsville, Texas. And let me say, it's good to be back home. And I know that I haven't been away for that long, but it's good to be back home. Good morning, Sam.
Hey man, how's it going?
It's good. I was telling you, I took a quick little trip to Monterrey, Caderita.
Yeah.
It was fun, man. Me arranqué on on Saturday, right after the last wedding that I did. ¿Está caliente o qué?
No, I don't know why. Like, I just feel like if I have I guess this is shiny stuff, but it's not.
¿Te quieres ver más guapo que?
No, man, I don't know why it looks all shiny. Anyways, no, I was gonna ask you, when you go to Cadereyta, do you go to that lake? I know I remember seeing a lake over there by the sierra. Oh no.
Fíjate que no. Well, yeah, está la presa. La
Yeah.
presa que está allá.
Something like that.
Let me
Is
tell
that the
you.
one that goes like a circle type of deal?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, that's la presa. Allá en Eloy Cavazos. La presa allá por Eloy Cavazos. Allá, it's kind of fun, man, because you go over there y tienen el pan de lote and pan de lote and you could go through Cadereyta. So there is a way to get out there. Tienen también muchas artesanías and like a lot of the ceramic stuff. And you find a lot of these empresas that do the tile. I don't know. It's because they le quitan stuff from the mountain in
yeah.
order to make those tiles and stuff. Those are the tiles that like that you put on como azulejo and different stuff like that. Like los jarros también, the big jarros. It's a lot of fun, man. They got actually halfway decent restaurants out there. I've never eaten out there, I don't think, but I do buy the pan de lote. Well, I used to. Now I buy it. It's at can't remember the little city's name. Ciénega de Flores, no Ciénega de Flores. Es un pueblito que está para allá, como rumbo a la cola del caballo, pasadito, que se llama La Cocina de mi Abuela or something like that. And they make some really amazing pan de lote.
Sounds good.
No, it's a great stuff, bro. And but no, a lot of our food in Mexico is just amazing. Good morning, Jesus. A lot of the food out there is just really, really amazing. Uh, I I didn't get to go that far into Monterrey. I went to Cadereyta. I dropped off the parents there at Maria Mia. Se llama el restaurante. Maria Mia. Amazing food, man. Amazing, amazing food. Te sirven, antes de comer, te sirven una entradita de frijoles con como carnita arriba. It's just amazing, man. Los frijoles están súper deliciosos. And that night, le picoteé un poquito los frijoles mientras llegaba the people that were going to pick up my parents. And as soon as they got there, I said, bye, I'm out. I went and did my fling thing in Monterrey. I went all the way to
Hasta
yeah.
la Huasteca.
No, I went all the way to Macroplaza.
Mm.
Entré a la Macroplaza. I went to this restaurant that I really love, man. Very niche little restaurant. Se llama Field Grow. It's it's on the nicey side of the restaurant. Este, but customer service is horrible. Llegué and le dije mesa para dos because I was going to go meet up with someone. So mesa para dos and so I sit down and and if, and for some reason I find out, not that I ordered anything, I found out that they weren't selling alcohol. And I'm going like, huh? And they said, no, es que hay ley seca.
Mm.
I said, ley seca? What are you talking about, ley seca? There's ley seca because they were having an election,
Oh yeah,
and damn
there's
man,
like 24 hours
no,
that you.
like the whole weekend.
Oh wow.
And I go like, I picked the wrong weekend to be in Monterrey.
Yeah, I know that. So they could make like good judgment calls. I know they do that. I know they do that. I thought it was only one day. Okay,
No, the
you
whole
can't
weekend.
can't buy alcohol or can't and stuff.
Convocatoria se le llama, la convocatoria. And I'm going like, what? It's a convocatoria. You cannot, no one can sell alcohol during that time. And let me tell
People
you,
who normally know, they stack up a couple of days before.
well, yeah, if some of us would have known, it's, again, it's kind of trippy because, I mean, I have bottles of stuff here.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you saw them. I'm on
Actually, shoot too.
no wonder.
It
That makes sense.
looks lower than usual.
Oh yeah, no. This friend of mine comes over on
Yeah,
Saturday morning. He goes, te traje un encargo. He brings me a bottle of Julio Patron.
nice.
It's just right there. It's going to sit there for a long, long time because as much as a lot of people
I can
may,
make it not sit there for a long, long time.
I appreciate that. Pero digo que
I'm just trying to make space for your office so it can be
all,
efficient.
all help is appreciated. It's just it's kind of cool. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
gonna really sit there because I appreciate the gift. So I want to thank my friend because I think he watches sometimes. But it's gonna sit there and if ever I get the urge, I'll be stocked up for a good couple of months. Who am I fooling? A good couple of days. But
Well, that one's pretty good. If it's the one I'm thinking, like if it's chilled, they're good to sip on. It's not like it's not just to be taking shots after shots. But the good ones, like the good ones, you just sip. The cheap ones, you just drink it. But that one, patrons, if it's chilled, you can just sip on it.
no, it's actually I'm not sure which one it is honestly, but it's in an orange box. I'm not gonna touch it. As much as people like make memes and uh, make I don't drink
News of you? Never heard of that such thing.
one or two out there. I really
No saben que todo en el show de 9 a 10.
but no, I don't. I honestly don't even drink that much. I
Yeah.
honestly don't even drink that much. But again, I've mentioned, I drink. I do drink the pasitas. Pasitas is amazing, amazing,
Did
amazing.
you ever get your order from this guy?
It's supposed to come in today, and so I'm gonna go pick it up.
I should buy today then.
Eh? Yeah, come
I
by.
should buy today then.
Oh, if you want one, you could have one. I mean, I ordered 6.
Oh snap!
No, I'm serious. If you want one, it's amazing, bro. I actually already promised one to a friend of mine. But yeah, if you want to try it out, I mean, I'm just gonna order more. No, let me tell you, those things are so amazing. I'm not even joking. I've shared with a couple of friends here in Brownsville, but they've never said anything. They never said if they enjoyed it or not. To me, it's one of the best things in the world.
Really?
It's just amazing. It's not like
you could be open up to the flavor.
yeah, it's not like alcoholish. It's more of a soothing type of drink. It's amazing. I like it.
It's like the one from yesterday, man. When I went to that vineyard over here in Bayview, it's not like sweet wine. It's more like it has a good taste, but it's more on the dry side. But they were good. They were good.
Yeah.
They had like three different types.
Well, let me tell you that that Moscato that you drank a lot of over there at the it was good. It was decent,
Yeah.
It was all right. I think it was a little pricey, but it was good. Moscatos are usually like on the very extra sweet side. I think some
Yeah,
Kendall,
super sweet.
some
It
Kendall
depends
Jacksons.
what you're eating, but it was good.
Yeah, some Kendall Jackson. Let me tell you, some Kendall Jackson is pretty amazing. I think they have a good variety in regards to what, yeah, and they'll share with you like on the pairing, like if you're going to be eating chicken, try
Oh
this one. If you're going to
yeah.
be doing this one, do this one. So I think that Kendall Jackson has got a
Like
good.
the first one I had, it was like on the dry side, and I told the guy like, dude, like if there was like a good steak, like this, like dry wine would go great with it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of trippy, but so I went to Field Grow and I said, you know what? I'm out of here, guys. But I got out of there because the guy was kind of on the rude side. The waiter were
Yeah.
like, because I said like, can you give me a menu? Because for some reason my phone wasn't working. Como que el internet no estaba agarrando bien. So I said, hey, can you give me a menu? No tenemos. Dije yo, ¿cómo que no tienen menu? My thing is not working. Pues que no hay. I said like, give me another waiter. You know, I got into the Samuel Martinez thing. Just give me another waiter. And the guy was all like freaking out. Like I said, and then somebody else comes up. I said, you know what, guys, I'm done. So I literally walked out. I went and picked up a friend of mine and just went to a different restaurant. And we had this amazing steak. Great steak.
And the bad part is that that's all over Mexico, right? The dry thing, the
Certain
dry.
certain states had la convocatoria, certain states. And I mean, can you imagine if that would happen here? People would go nuts.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're too young to remember, but we used to have the blue law. I think it's called the blue law. But you couldn't buy certain things on Sunday. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was
I've
back.
gone to other states where they don't even like Oklahoma. I think they stopped selling beer at 9 instead of midnight. And then on when is it? I think it's they stopped selling alcohol at 9, like beer and everything at 9 during the week. And then it's something. It was different about something about Sundays. And no alcohol on Sunday.
That's the blue law thing, something like
Yeah.
that. Hey Benny, my man, but it was on for many years. It was here valid for many years. It's gone, but that is like
I know
something that
some counties here in Texas, like when you hit the back roads, they're like dry counties.
well Dallas for I remember sometime Dallas was a not Dallas, but parts of Dallas were on the dry side for some time back. It's great. Certain parts of Dallas. Again, but
Yeah,
anyway,
I remember going through like the back road. I guess heading up not Waco, but
Wacko.
somewhere out there in the back roads, like where the hill country is at. And we stopped and we're like, like where's the alcohol? They're like, no, we don't sell alcohol. I'm like, why? Like, oh, I guess they had issues there and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
it's crazy. But so there was no alcohol consumption. But I had taken this friend of mine a bottle of wine that had Erasmo on it. Have you seen those bottles?
yeah,
So I took one of those and I said, I might want to take that back. I might just want to take it back, and I might give you, but no, I didn't. So no alcohol weekend. Then went to church Sunday morning. Of course, no alcohol. So I went to church that Sunday morning, and it was okay. You know, it was just a little bit on the different side, and
a different style.
well, you know, one of the things is like usually when you go to a new church, you know, or a church, you know, they'll go and they'll say, "Hey, tenemos entre nosotros a Samuel, bienvenido," or something, right? I think
I
they,
haven't heard those words in a long time.
well, yeah, because you haven't stepped in a church for so many years, a hole. But so you know, so there was no warm greetings or anything, no, you know, anything, and I get it. I think a lot of people, uh, because I think that they're upset, a little bit upset with my dentist. You know, they're a little bit upset with my dentist, so it's like if I'm with my dentist, then I must be a horrible person too. You know, but I'm a visitor.
But
Uh,
why are they so upset with their dentist?
huh?
Why are they upset with your dentist?
I think it's because of yeah, I guess a
You think
certain
that you're the reason?
no. Trust me, not for this. I think it's because of some, little bump in the road that he had, a bump in the road that he had, something that, he's fighting with, struggling with, and they want to, set forth judgment on him. And, that, it's going back to your cousin's, you know, doctrine, hey, we can take away fellowship from anyone that we want to and stuff. And, and it just really irritates me, man, because, I've been down that road. I've taken the hits. I've sat in the banca de los despreciados and stuff, and I took it like a man, I took it
You were there for a long time.
for a long, long time. And but you come out of it, and sometimes you have to fight to come out of it. And right now I'm doing really, really well. Le decía yo I would tell Abraham, my dentist, I said, Abraham, you know what, man? Antes, pues yo creo que a lo mejor a ti te preocupaba tomarte foto conmigo porque, iban a hablar mal de ti, because you were with me. Now I'm the one that needs to worry. you know, and but
As the table turns.
yeah, isn't it? It's trippy, Sam. But you see, I'm not. You know me. I'm not like that. I love Abraham. I love Abraham, and he's will always be my. He'll always be my brother. I mean, he was there for me in times that were very, very difficult for me while I was in Monterrey. I didn't have a place to live. I didn't have food to eat. I was literally living in a slum, and he was very nice to me, and I'm never going to forget that. Jose Luis is another friend of mine who, was very, very good to me back then. You don't forget stuff like that. What really trips me out is that there's people that forget stuff, Sam. People that forget the good things that you've done for them, and it really is kind of crappy, that como que si nunca hiciste nada por ellos, and
Yeah.
this is what happened with the preacher there at Cadereyta. I mean, when he was having issues, Sam, when he was having problems and needing assistance, he came to look for me. You know, he came here to Brownsville with his wife. I took him to lunch, and he told me a situation that he was going. I got him help. But he forgets all that and then wants to treat me like insignificant while at church there. It's the same guy. Again, it doesn't say anything about me. It says a lot about him, you
Yeah.
know? Pero es que there's a lot of people like that, that que you can do 1,000 rights, Sam, pero diles no una vez.
Es lo que te voy a decir. I was
Yeah,
about to tell you that.
tell them no one time and you're the devil's son, You're horrible. You're terrible. And they don't take into account that you've been there for a while. And I'm not that type of person. I will be loyal and faithful and will stand by the side of anyone who has been there standing by my side, throughout my life. I'd be an a-hole, if I de repente, uh, Abraham did something horrible, maybe, or bad in the eyes of the church, but I'm not going to turn my face from him, I
Yeah.
love the guy, and I love Jose Luis, and I
You're gonna
love a
try to
lot of
help him
people.
out, like clear it out.
Huh?
You're gonna try to help him out and clear out from the situation,
Yeah,
not
and
just turn your backs on him.
yeah, man. Fíjate, and I was talking to this friend of mine on Saturday night. The one that I had supper with. And, I love him, and we were just talking, and we were talking about worship, and he goes, I haven't been to worship in 6 years. He says I haven't been to worship in 6 years. I said why? He said, well, they turned their back on me, and they condemned me and they hate me. And I said, you should never stop worshiping because a group of people don't get it. I said, no, man, you have to return to worship. Is that you have to have that balance in your life. But it amazes me, how sometimes a lot of individuals out there in the religious world, are so quick, to condemn, to kick out, to shush
Because
away.
I think they're so, what's it called, almighty.
Yeah, man, and it really hurts my heart. It hurts my heart because because I've been there. I've been there. Pero, not everyone es de la misma, it's not, no son cortados con la
Mentalidad.
misma tijera. Yeah. With me, it's like, I'm not going to let anyone drag me down, bring me down. I do a good, I do a good enough job of that myself. I am hard on myself already. I don't need you, Sam, to be hard on me.
Yeah.
I'm already hard on myself. So I don't need, that extra.
Yeah, it happens. But I guess there's always other churches to go to.
Yes. Yes. And yes, and again, I I want people, I want people to know.
Okay. I
Hold
know
on.
you want to spit it out. You gotta give me 1 second.
It's my work. I want people to know that just because a lot of individuals, who feel that themselves, are holy. Este, sorry. Just because a lot of people out there, they think themselves, to be all these holy molies. Este, este, it's not God speaking, it's not what God says, and what really trips me out is that scripture says something totally different to what sometimes is being
Yeah.
preached out there. Where is this where the father is out there waiting for, the prodigal son to come back? And as
Yeah.
soon as, fíjate, what amazes me about the prodigal son story is that is what trips me about the prodigal son story is that the kid didn't make it home. You know, do you remember the story? I know you forget all the Bible that you ever learned, but the
Well,
kid,
que lo aceptaron como antes, gifts and parties and everything else,
yeah, but the
while
kid,
the others had stayed there loyal to him.
see, but the kid, if you remember, the kid didn't make it home. The kid was coming back home, but he didn't make it home. So no llegó a la casa. It says that the father saw him from far away, and the father ran to him, allá, away from home. He met him halfway, I would say, and not even halfway. It's not halfway, but it's figurative of saying, all that God is looking for is that little turn, when you are coming back, and He'll run to you. He'll run to you and He'll try to grasp onto you and do what the father did. Abrazó, besó, le puso anillo, got him shoes and stuff. The guy came back with
Yeah,
nothing.
he got him all dressed up, didn't he?
Got him all dressed up, all spiffy, man. And again, I've been there. I've been there, so I can understand this. I can understand why a lot of people, but no one should be made. No one should be made to feel that they are not worthy of God's grace and God's mercy. This is the Bible show for today. But and one of let me say, going back into the politics thing, is that's one of the things, Sam,
In
that gave
lieu of Easter.
and Lou Easter. That's one of the things that I think that really, really trips me out, Sam, is because what I found is that a lot of the things that happen in politics, or what happens a lot of times in our churches, and vice versa, a lot of what happens in churches is what happens in politics. But that it's just because it's just human nature, excluding a certain group, and then just there's this elite. I'm at this point that I'm going. You know,
Yeah, I'm trying to like refresh on that story of that other guy, the prodigal son, because I know that he had another son who stayed there with him, right?
Yes.
No one was taking care of all the, I guess, the father's business.
Yes. Uh, it just trips me out.
Hey, you
Este,
were saying going back into the politics. Did you see the judge's post?
which one?
Cascos? Well, future county judge, or I don't know if he's
I
already the
haven't seen.
county judge.
I haven't seen it. What do you put?
No, he put like the, I guess, the layout for the Cameron County Arena, like the expenses from the county,
Oh, I
and he's
haven't
trying
seen
to
it.
figure out how the county is going to be able to afford all that stuff with the hotel occupancy tax and the car rental tax.
So what does it say? I haven't seen it.
He says it's there's no way, man, that it's fiscally irresponsible to
Oh,
jump
I
into
got it.
that. I would understand. I guess he's not seeing it. The other part where, like, okay, if you build it, there'll be more people here, maybe. But as of right now, it's not doable. But I guess I do understand it from on the other side of the coin, where like, oh, okay, build it. There'll be hotels, people coming in, and that there's already a video of where they're promoting the arena because it's coming up. It's maybe like within the next 4 weeks. No, the voting next 4 or 5 weeks.
It's going to be in May. Yeah, the next. I would say the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, and then because right now they already started pushing it in Facebook, and it has a whole lot of, like, I guess, getting support because they're picturing like a state of the art arena with, I guess, in the new development, and they're showing it with concerts and the whole monster truck jams and all that other stuff, and everybody's, I guess, for it with just a couple of naysayers. Um, where they're trying to get, I guess, clarification. But just Gasco's, he put like, dude, it's right now it's not doesn't seem feasible.
I just saw the post right now. Actually, he's just shared it. I haven't read it, but I trust. I trust in regards to finances. I trust Judge Cascos.
ACPA.
Yeah, in regards to finances,
I would trust this
I think
hands down.
he's the guy that will have the numbers. What really trips me out, man, is that how people continue to get screwed over, screwed over, screwed over, screwed over, screwed over, and they still think that these guys, you know, have a chance as of changing. They're not going to change. These people are ratas. They're ratas, and they're not going to change. They're not going to do anything different. They're going to be the same as it does feel like it's being forced. And Mateo's completely correct. This arena project is just being forced, shoved down our throats because they desperately want it to pass. And do they desperately want it to pass because it's something that is going to benefit the community, or is it going to benefit them? And I'm sorry, they have proven, that everything that they go out there to do is to benefit them. But I think that it's going to pass, Sam. I think that it's going
Yeah,
to pass,
unfortunately, I think it will.
and we're just going to get screwed again. And
But it'd be funny if it doesn't.
let me tell you, it'd be a godsend if it isn't passed. But again, it's going to benefit them. I think it's going to pass, and we're going to get screwed over again. And then what's going to happen, Sam? We're going to find out, like in 2 years from now. Oh, you know, Eddie Trevino got rich out of it. Joey Lopez, got another contract. Gus también, benefited. La Sofia Benavides, made some cash off of it. We're going to
Yeah.
find out when it's too late, when they're already in office. They're going to make some more money. And then what's going to happen is they're going to make it like in 2 3 years. And then when next election comes, people are going to forget. And they're going to vote for them again. That's what's just amazing,
But that's what I keep on saying, like, because everything's being like done based on the 10% of the registered voters. If we could just get the other 90%, or at least another 20%, which is more than the original 10%. If we get another 20% to kind of lean towards certain things, it would make a big difference.
Well,
Or if we could just get all the new high schoolers to get more involved that are turning 18, more involved in, I guess, and this civil actions and this elections, it's a big difference. There's a lot of high schoolers. There's over 1,000 high schoolers. Seniors.
it's a big difference. I mean, I'm hopeful, but we'll see what happens. That's one of the other things that I am really good at is that I can take hits well. So if we are going to take this hit, it is what it is.
Because I know that the one from the Isla Blanca, that was into the hotel tax, right?
Yes, 100%.
And then the one for the over here on Laguna Vista, the South Texas Ecological Center, I believe it's called. But I'm like, how are they getting money back from the South Texas Ecological Center if people are just going there to go see animals out in the wild?
No, none of that. Honestly, I'm not sure. I honestly don't know. I don't even know how these people think.
Like, how is the county benefiting from, like, well, I know there's a lot of bird watchers, and that's like one of the main things down here.
Yeah, I don't know how these people think that they're going to benefit in any which way. Oh my God! If this is the same person, I'm really going to throw a fit. Like that. Y que lleve la original del de ese. Is that I honestly I don't know how these people are going to plan to make a killing out there.
Yeah, because I understand that they're wanting like a more centralized for the whole county. But if it's sitting there with who's going to benefit from like all those sales tax that they're generating, if it's a county arena, is it going to go back to the county, or is it like, okay, those sales taxes, Brownsville's going to keep it because it's within Brownsville city limits?
I think I don't know. I'm wondering if they're going to.
You know what, man? It would be great to have like Gascos on the show to clear out all those questions.
I've already asked. I have an open invitation to everyone out there, and it's really trippy because it really trips me out because I'm going like they have a platform here to share.
Yeah.
As and they either don't want to come on, or I don't know what's going on. And I'll mention this, because I reached out to Sarah Stapleton Barrera. Do you want to come on and share your platform? She said no. No, that didn't want to come on and answer questions. That 9 p.m. is past her bedtime. I mean, they come on at 9 a.m. in the morning. You just get more viewers at 9 p.m., which I think is what a lot of people wanted out. But, and I was going like, La Mantequilla, we haven't heard anything from her now, haven't heard anything from her. And Sarah Stapleton Barrera, a friend of mine, again, says, don't want to come on. And that's okay. At the end of the day, it's okay. Yeah. I mean, more power to them. But, you have an avenue, and people know that we have the individuals watching, everyone and their mother watches,
even the BHD board watches,
everyone. And you have an avenue to share your message, or to have people ask you questions, and you're going to say no. I mean, to anyone that's on the runoff, even look, I don't care.
Because they don't want that position. They don't want that hot seat.
That's the issue.
They can't answer questions on the fly.
And it's very, very, they cannot answer the questions on the fly. And that's one of the things, because we don't prepare questions. We don't, there's
it's literally the people who are they hoping to serve asking those questions.
I see that.
Yes, we'll get a one or two a-holes in there.
But that's just the way it is. I mean, yeah. Sam, I answer everything. Even, and this is one of the things that I mentioned. I'm out there answering questions, even from people that hate me, that come on and say like, "Oh, well, you were whatever." Well, yeah, but I'm answering. You don't have to like my answer. It's the same thing with Commissioner Los Santos. I don't like some of the answers that he gives. You know, I don't. But
Yeah.
he's giving at least
But
he's
he's answering questions
he's answering
and on the
questions
fly.
and on the fly, and that's difficult because it's easy to have answers prepared, like a lot of the stuff that you mentioned that we've seen in regards to the talking points of the Republicans, like no abortion, gun laws. That's easy. Answering questions on the fly. Well, what about this situation? What about this other situation? That's
Yeah.
what becomes hard. But si no sabes a lo que te estás metiendo, ¿para qué le entras?
Mhm.
That's where I'm going. Like, why? Échale ganas. But again, more power
Because they
to
see all the benefits and the pay and the traveling, the
it's crazy.
kickbacks,
Well,
the meetings.
well, I'm glad that you mentioned the benefits in the traveling, because I think that for a while there, at one point, people were saying Sylvia Atkinson was the one that was pushing it. Like, well, Erasmus going to these conferences because you have to go to certain when you're on like, and I understand this, when you're on a board, when you're on an elected office, you have to do certain trainings. You have to.
Yeah.
It's a requirement. So you go to certain trainings. So he's going, well, Erasmus going to the trainings. And we're like, well, yeah, because the state says, and you all
The
say
requirements.
that I have to. But what she was trying to imply was, oh, es que Erasmo likes to go because of the trips. And I like trips, but I guess
It's
a
not
lot
like
of
if
people,
she doesn't.
huh?
It's not like if they don't,
Yeah, I mean,
Like
yeah,
if it's part of the gig, it's
yeah,
traveling.
it's
Okay.
part of the gig. It's one of the small benefits that you get for the public service if you're actually doing the public service. Not like
Yeah.
her. She was pocketing and taking trips. There's a difference. But what I'm trying to say is like I do traveling now. I'm not getting vendor money to do my traveling. It's not like I need BISD in order to travel. Does that make sense? So I don't have to be an elected official in order to be able to travel. And again, it's just one of the small little benefits that you get when you're actually doing your job and you're actually have nothing to hide out there. Nothing.
Man, what was
Where
this guy's name? Oh, I forgot his name. What was it? That other guy's name that came onto the show? A good friend of yours. Um, Not Carlos. The one with the starts with a V. Last name with a V.
Vito Cardenas?
Yes, he was saying the one that was saying that all these trips was with vendor money.
Vendor money. No vendor money. No vendor money, and no vendor money whatsoever. But again, part of the problem is people don't do enough research out there, and this is what's going to happen to us in regards to the arena, Sam. People aren't doing the research, and we're going to get screwed as a community, and that's just very unfortunate. We're just going to get screwed over again and again and again, and nothing's going to change, and nothing will change while we keep electing the same individuals into office that have already proven that they don't care about the community, that individuals that have already screwed us over. Where are the environmentalists and Sierra Club activists? Where are the arguments? Again, none. Because part of the problem, Mateo, is that they're so niche. Like in regards to the environmentalists over here on the West Trail, Sam, let me tell you, I talked to a lot. I can't stand them. There's a group out there, the West Brownsville Trail bullcrap people. They're
Mhm.
stupid. They're stupid people. And I say that they're stupid people because they went out there, Sam, and they endorsed Eddie Trevino. They endorsed Eddie Trevino. Eddie Trevino screwed them over. You know, they screwed him.
But they learned their lesson.
No, they didn't, because then they went back and then they endorsed him again. And I'm going like, y'all are, and I told them, because they had a meeting with me when I was running for city commissioner. They had a meeting with me, and I told them, Sam, y'all are just plain stupid, And again, people think that that because
Maybe that's why they didn't endorse you.
oh, I don't care.
You're calling them stupid.
Well, but Sam, it's proven stupid. And again, all I want is to have that platform where I can tell them, you got screwed over. Y'all trusted Eddie Trevino, Rose Gowan. You trusted them, and they screwed
What
you
were they
over.
expecting out of the West Trail? To leave it as a trail?
No road, no road. No road
But they're
whatsoever.
getting a road and a trail.
So they're doing a road and a trail. So they're like, well, you just got screwed because they promised you no road. You know, they promise you no road, no road. And then they go like, well, a little road. And y'all are going like, okay. They promised you no road. Yeah, they promised you no road. When you went out there to endorse them, they promised you no road. Yeah. And now they go like, little road. So guess what's going to happen? They're going to build a big old road. And then they're going to go like, well, this is the road that we all had already mentioned. And these people are still going to endorse them because they're stupid. Stupid. And I don't care if you don't.
And that's supposed to be like is that supposed to be like the West Loop by any chance or no?
No, it's there's that little thing where the tracks were or something. I don't know. It went behind the house, and people were glad that the train wasn't going there. And then all of a sudden they heard that they were going to put a road back there. The road would have been the perfect thing for the community. And they asked me, and I told them, we need a road. You know, we need a road because Sam, without roads, Sam, we have no possibility of economic growth. We need the roads. You know, it's a way to build up, you know, and start commercializing to where things could flow. Yeah. But that, Sam, like the loops that we were supposed to get a long time ago, the loop around would benefit everyone, you know?
But I know that people are like trying to compare with San Antonio and Houston and whatnot for like loops. I'm like, but you're a border town. You got to compare yourself with like the other border towns like El Paso and what other town over there in California that's a border town.
Tijuana, San Diego.
San Diego, yeah.
But Sam, it would have helped us out because we're not only, see, this is what makes Brownsville so different, Cameron County. We're not only a border town. We have a port. Yeah. We've got an airport. We've got 3 bridges.
An island.
Probably another bridge. We've got so much here that we need to have that flow where the 18-wheelers don't have to flip over on international every other week. Everything. And block everything and ruin our streets, Sam, because it all is like that ripple effect. It just, and it decimates the damn city.
But why has it taken so long? This is like 20, 30 years.
Because they promise, and then they forget. And people forget that politicians have made these promises. And that's the problem. It is better to have questions you can't answer rather than answers you can't question. Yes. And I wish I would have thought of that saying myself. I'm actually going to say that I did. Let me take a picture of it because that's actually a really good one.
And for that, you get another keychain.
That's amazing. That's a good one. It's better to have questions.
Did she ever go for her keychain or no?
Yeah, she did. It's rather to have questions you can't answer than answers you can't question. I would take off the rather. Is that okay? It's better to have questions you can't answer than answers you can't question. I'm actually adopting that phrase. It's mine. Hola cheese. Hola rain. Shouldn't fertilizer on school grounds corroded sewers and flooding? People forget all these things, you know? People forget that.
And they're just on the back burners, and then you don't even know if you're not giving any updates on them. Because since it was like with the federal money, I know there's going to be with like, I guess FBI and everything involved, right? With the fertilizer situation?
With the fertilizer situation, yes. With the corroded sewers, maybe. It just depends on where these monies came from. But again, there's so many other, the issue
crazy because there hasn't been any updates on it on the fertilizer thing.
No.
And then before you know it, like, oh, okay, well, he was just given like a month and then he was released in a week.
Well, what's going to happen is that because it's the federal takes forever. Trust me, I know that. Federal takes forever to investigate. But I agree with Mateo that we have so many other priorities here that, people just tend to forget that, we have major issues here and issues that could help out
the general population,
everyone, not just the políticos, but everyone, and that's what we need to focus on. Los trips salen de los diezmos del best pasture of Brownsville. Yes, Amen, brother. It's not easy being the best pastor in Texas and north of Tamaulipas. It really, really isn't.
It's all tax deductible.
Yeah. Tax exempt too.
Yes.
Tranquilo, Mirando, te ves más guapo, calmadito. I'm trying. Yay! Yes, it's okay. If you do keep the rather, you have to pronounce it rather. Let me try it again. It's better to have questions you can't answer rather than answers you can't question. I think I like it my way better. This is my phrase now. Sam, what's your
M.L.E.'s in charge of a new slogan.
Yes, Emily's now in charge of providing me all the slogans I want and need. Sam, what are your plans for the day?
What are my plans for the day? I don't know. Make money somewhere. People need to go to my online adult store to buy stuff.
Rather.
Oh, raw.
I can do that. Campaign manager. Hey, I've got a new campaign manager. I'm game.
And even has a face for it.
Yeah. You get keychains every other week. And let me tell you, I've got keychains from all over the place. 100%. I love you. I love you, Emily. Guys, I'm done. Man, what's your name? Sam.
Yes.
Reach out to Carlos Casco. See if he'll come on tonight or tomorrow night. And answer some questions in regards to the West Trail thing. To the bridge thing.
One of those things.
He doesn't have to be on all
County Arena.
Yeah, if he doesn't have to be on all hour if he doesn't want to or can't.
Just a couple of minutes.
Yeah, ask him if
15,
he doesn't mind
minutes.
coming on. That'd be great. We'll see where that goes from there.
And then we could get another person who's like for it the following day.
Which I could actually be Commissioner Los Santos because he said he's for it.
Oh, that's true. But he already stated his points though. But we could. I'm pretty sure he'll be on soon because of the whole meeting thing.
And he can count. And he can counter whatever Carlos has to say about it. I mean, they're the ones that probably.
I understand, like based on because I know the Cascos is going based on based on the money that we have right now, it's not feasible. But and then Los Santos is like, well, if you build it, there'll be more money coming in, and you will be able to afford all that. I know that's the point that they're trying to prove.
What was he? All right, guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. If you still believe in all that, guys, see you tonight at 9 p.m. We'll see what happens. Guys, be good to each other and continue to be good to me. God bless.
Bye.